Glad to have you with us from Las Cruces, New Mexico at Aggie Memorial Stadium, home to the New Mexico State Aggies. You know, we love coming to the land of enchantment, especially when we have an enchanting game like the one in store today. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Purdue Boilermakers, taking on a team from Conference USA, the New Mexico State Aggies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. New Mexico State will kick it off and we'll be underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Purdue's offense will take the first swing of the game. And as this star running back comes onto the field, everybody in the stadium knows he's going to get it. The defense knows it. Doing something about it is quite a different thing.
It's hard to stop him. He's hard to handle because he can do it in so many ways. He can run by you. He can run through you. He really has the whole package, and that's why he's a superstar, and that's why they'll feed him early and often.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
Here comes the offense on second down. Trying the left side. Can't get him to the ground. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
You want to get the crowd out of the game? Make it boring. Pound the football. Run the football right at them. It takes the juice away. It takes that sauce away. You don't get to those third down situations where they get absolutely bonkers, and it's hard for the quarterback to even think. Just run the football right at them.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. It's complete on the right side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
And they can hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, passing.
Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. Looking for a man. It's Card. Makes the grab. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
They keep attacking through the air. Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you could tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you gotta secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. It's complete to the right. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
The Boilermakers with the 1st and 10. They go to the ground. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Keep it on the ground. The Boilermakers will move the sticks with the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He caught it. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet.
When you're a QB and you have enough time to take out a sandwich and finish the sandwich before you have to make a pass down the field, that's a good day at the office.
And the Boilermakers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Purdue!
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there getting set. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So New Mexico State's offense will have its first possession of the game. The offense lining up for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. Getting some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
If they're going to get anything going on this drive, they better be productive here on 2nd and long from the 10. From the gun, to give, looking for room. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Dropping back, it's Hogan. Coming after it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Short gain on the play before he slides.
It's nice for this D coordinator when he puts his nickel package out in the field, because that nickel player he's got who subs in is good in coverage. He's also aggressive, and he does a nice job blitzing, and he can play the run. They can spy the quarterback. There's a lot of different tools this guy's got to defend against a mobile quarterback, and I think you saw a little bit right there in that nickel package, now setting up 4th and long.
Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. On target to the left. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
And because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big key in getting that first down.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Gets it out fast. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
After that last completion, it's second down. They'll run it from the gun. The Boilermakers will keep this drive going.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
The Boilermakers getting set on 1st and 10. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Second down coming up. Looking to pass. It's Card. This time he's got his man. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? Looking to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up 4th down.
They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. He's got it, and they convert. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Fires to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Defense, we're always trying to get some tips. You know, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking on the football and forcing the incompletion.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Give to the running back. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to get it through the air. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Great catch along the sidelines, but the object is to go forward. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Wants to throw. It's Hogan. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
On the move, it's McGowan. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. The short hands, it's Johnson. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
New Mexico State will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Got it behind the line. It's McCoby. They throw it in reverse as that's the final play here in the first period. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Hand off from the shotgun. Pick up of 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Back to pass, it's Card. Throws to the wideout. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
Well, it's 3rd and short. They're throwing for it. They just can't come up with that one. Setting up a big decision now for the head coach on 4th down.
The Boilermakers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
After the misfire now on 2nd down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. Pinned just inside their own 20. They need to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
It's hard probably for the fans, well, and listen, for me too, to justify you haven't ran the football very well, not a lot of success, 3rd and short, and you run the football again. So I think you got to find something that's going to work. Maybe get the quarterback out of the pocket, him running the football, or he can run or pass. But the run game just itself, it's been pretty stuffed so far by this defense.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. The give from the gun. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
2nd down.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll put the tight end in motion. They feed him again. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Let's see if they keep it on the ground here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Card. Zings it complete to the right. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And that wasn't easy. Hitch route on third down with tight coverage. The receiver doing a great job shielding the defender away from him, catching it and getting the first.
And the Boilermakers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's McCoby.
Nice run there on first down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a 4th quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
On 3rd down, offenses have their plays. What they like in 3rd and short, what they like 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. Great job by the offense having success. Now, it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
The Boilermakers have their offense in high gear. Wide out in motion. Comes out throwing on first down. Moving away from pressure. Quarterback gets past the marker. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
These guys aren't human. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
The Boilermakers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. To the air, it's Card. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Boilermakers! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. The hand to the running back. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air, it's Hogan. Oh, he drops it right down the middle of the field, and he couldn't make the play.
They're trying to get the receiver on a drag route and work him through all the bodies in traffic, but there's just too much happening. I don't think he saw the throw real well, and it falls incomplete.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
New Mexico State will be forced to punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Looking for a block. It's the enemy. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll throw it on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
Leaves it with the back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Looking downfield, it's Card. Got him downfield. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator. It's a lot of DCs. They focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
Takes the handoff. It's McCoby. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
2nd down coming up.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Fast motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. You saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. The Boilermakers will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Running out of time here in the 1st half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Finds his back in the middle. Hard-nosed, determined effort to work his way up to the 35-yard line.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Grab near the sticks. It's McGowan. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. New Mexico State to the line after picking up the first down. He wants to throw. That's caught. It's David. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Great timing there on that throw by the QB on the out route. Gets it to his guy just in time. He makes the catch, and his momentum takes him out of bounds.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Back to throw. It's Hogan. Quickly complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They've got some serious work to do to keep that last one from messing up this drive. 2nd and 19. Trying to get to it. Got it in the middle. It's McGowan. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And just no hesitation there by the quarterback, right? Primary target not open, so find your check down. Where's my running back? Yeah, I know I'm under pressure, and I know I'm going to get hit, but I'm not taking a sack. I'm going to find a way for us to get a few extra yards here.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Here comes the field goal unit.
On the field goal.
He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. Late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The give to the tailback. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like it's been a terrific scene there today in Las Cruces. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Aggie Memorial Stadium.
Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
At midfield, he's got room. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the air. It's Hogan. Quickly to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Just a great job by the quarterback, the running back, the offensive line. Sneaky little devils. What do? Make it look like pass, sneak in the run, catch you off guard. Great play call by the offense.
This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move. It's 1st and 10. Snares it outside. It's Johnson. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, when you're throwing these out routes, guys, it's location, location, location. As a QB, you've got to put that out in front of your guy so he can make the catch. You put that behind him, that might be getting picked. Nice job there by the QB.
New Mexico State now working from the red zone. The give to the back. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Snap it to the back. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Aggies have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. They're bringing heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the back. Quick step and go. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score.
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, New Mexico State. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn. That's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
They're going to go ahead and go for 2 here and try to make it a field goal game. To throw, it's Hogan. He's got the tight end. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out.
That keeps the score. Purdue, 14.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Number 97, set to advance on the football.
On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. The run from the shotgun. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
He's brought down at the 33. 2nd down.
Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Turns it on in midfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. He's going to pass. He makes the connection. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. It's complete. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a 1st down.
Tackle on the play at the 22-yard line. Good enough for a 1st down.
And the Boilermakers have this offense rolling. Grabbed behind the line, it's McCoby. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Looking to throw it again. Quickly complete. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down. And I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen, just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back, Palmer. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, and make sure he gets the 1st down.
Yeah, it means a lot to this offense, too, to have a guy like this that always just seems to fall forward. He always, in these short yardage situations, knows where that first...
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Purdue! These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. They're just about ready to kick it away.
Set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Leaves it with the running back. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. Third down coming up.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. Couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
And the Aggies will snap it on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
He's tackled at the 34. Second down coming up.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking for a crease. It's McGowan. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
Brings up third down.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. It'll be a draw. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Handoff to the lone back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Now the play fake. Caught near the sticks. It's Washington. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quick strike complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Looking to throw, it's Hogan. Back open in the middle. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Now on first down from the 30. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Off play action. Gets it out quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
It's now second and goal.
Second and goal for this offense. He's looking to throw. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie! Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? You can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some wind. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
And he tacks on the extra point. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
The Aggies offense will have another go at it. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run it on the counter. Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
At the 26. Brings up 3rd down.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Looking for space. It's McGowan. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect.
And that's massive. All the pressure on your defense now. You've made the field goal. You've got to get the ball back. You need one more kick. That's what you need. And so the defense has to be ready to take the field right now, play with intensity, play with energy, and get it back to the offense quickly.
So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll bring it out. It's Love. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the 4th quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. To the air, it's Card. He finds his man. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down. Power football with the run. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore. They're staring down the defense and this crowd on this huge 3rd and 4. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
The Boilermakers have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Finds his tight end. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Now 2nd down as they try to run this clock. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Handoff from the gun. And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Boilermakers have pushed it inside the 20. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that 3rd down and short.
Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee.